What are you willing to sacrifice today to reap the benefits in a few years? As Albert Einstein once said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. That's why we need to understand it. Because we want to earn, not pay. But what exactly is compound interest? In simple terms, it's when you earn interest on interest. Unlike simple interest, which is calculated only on the initial amount, compound interest is calculated on the initial amount plus all the accumulated interest up to that point. This means that each time you receive interest, it is added to your total, and future interest will be calculated on this larger amount. Imagine you're planting a tree. In the first year, you plant a small seed. This seed represents your initial investment. As time passes, the tree begins to grow. At the end of the first year, it's no longer just a seed, but a small sapling. Now, imagine that each year not only does the tree grow, but it also starts producing seeds. These new seeds are like the interest you earn on your initial investment. In the second year, besides the tree continuing to grow, these seeds also begin to germinate and grow, turning into new saplings. As the years go by, not only does the original tree continue to grow, but the new saplings also turn into trees and start producing their own seeds. What started as a single seed now transforms into a constantly growing forest, with each tree contributing to the continuous increase of the forest. This is how compound interest works. Your initial investment is like the seed, and the accumulated interest is like the new seeds that grow year after year, exponentially increasing the total value. Over time, the growth accelerates, and your wealth can turn into something much larger than the initial investment, just like the forest that emerged from a single seed. As we understand, compound interest is not a quick way to make money, but rather a long-term strategy spanning 20 to 40 years. However, the financial returns can be incredible, and the longer you wait, the more you will earn. So far, the S&P 500 has delivered the best results over the past 100 years, with an average annual return of 7.4%. As we can see in this table, the results are quite good. In the last 10 years, we've had an average annual return of over 12%. Let's look at a practical example. Using this calculator, we can get an approximate idea of our investments. Suppose we invest an initial $200 and add $200 every month with an annual interest rate of 7.4%. After 10 years, we would have around $34,000. But if we extend it to 20 years, we would have $103,000. In 30 years, it would be $245,000. And in 40 years, we would have over $500,000. This is with just $200 every month. Of course, the more we can invest, the greater the gain. Now, I ask you, is it worth having $200 less each month to later have our forest? Of course, the interest rate is not fixed at 7.4%. It can vary and work in our favor or against us. But if it worked over the past 100 years, it is likely to continue working. Moreover, if the 500 largest companies fail, we will have a much bigger problem in the world than just our investment. Among all investments in compound interest, United States Treasury securities are generally considered the safest option. These securities are issued by the U.S. Department of the Treasury and are backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. They include Treasury bills, T-bills, Treasury notes, T-notes, Treasury bonds, T-bonds, and Treasury inflation-protected securities, TIPS. Of these, T-bills are typically regarded as the safest because they have short maturities, 1 year or less, and are sold at a discount, providing a fixed return upon maturity. T-bills are considered virtually risk-free because they are backed by the U.S. government's ability to raise funds through taxation or the issuance of additional debt. Remember, there is no such thing as a zero-risk investment, but some are safer than others, though the returns may not be as high. If you have a high tolerance for risk and believe a company has significant growth potential, you might consider buying its shares or creating a portfolio of individual companies. However, this approach requires substantial knowledge and expertise. This is where ETFs can be highly beneficial. ETFs are carefully analyzed by top financial experts, saving you considerable time and effort while providing diversified investment opportunities. Just like compound interest, this channel will keep growing over time. So please leave a like and subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. And above all, knowledge is everything.